And welcome back to the IPF World Championships here live in Homestead, Sweden. And we are at the Alico headquarters. I am Ryan Sixpack Lapidat, accompanied by Joe Whiteley. It is the 84 Kilo Open. Return of the Queen, Amanda Lawrence, back from her heavily hyped showdown, an amazing performance at the last World Championships held here in Sweden. The repeat performance, possibly, but a return nonetheless. She will be met on the platform by Angelina Ilovikova of ROC. It's going to be a tight battle. Everybody's very excited for it, and a great supporting cast.
So last year it was the battle of the whole championship, I think, but that was Amanda Lawrence and Danny Mello, which went on body weight, which was just incredible. It was a superb battle to watch. We don't have Danny Mello here today, but we should get a great show from these lifters.
Absolutely. There's a lot of hype around Angelina. People had seen what she had done as a 76 kilo lifter. She had moved up from the 72s. Now as an 84. She's a little lighter, but if the strength moves up with her body weight, we could have a bit of a battle. And Amanda Lawrence, as you had alluded to, no stranger to a big showdown and a big battle. Went right down to the last deadlift last time. If it comes for a fight, she's good for it. But the supporting cast in the 84s, very reputable.
Yeah.
There's going to be a battle for the podium.
Yeah, there's some great lifters coming up. There's Philibert from Canada. As you say, the lifter from ROC has weighed in really quite light. But if you move up a weight class and you don't have to cut, then your strength definitely goes up. And she's a world record holder on squat in the 76 kilo class.
One thing I will say, slightly surprising, not shocking, but Angelina had shown on Instagram she was 85 kilo leading into this. Now 81.
Wow.
A little surprising that she dropped 4.5 kilo.
Yeah, when she didn't need to. That is a surprise.
I'm not sure what happened there, but onto the platform, Katja Jorgensen of Denmark, 155 for her opening squat.
Look deep, look strong.
I'm going to agree with you. Judges do too.
Good leg for Jorgensen. 165 on the bar now for Karen Zapata, Colombia. Bars loaded. 165.
Karen Zapata of Colombia, 165 for her opening squat.
Easy weight.
Blue white lights and a good leg for Karen Zapata. 170 on the bar now for Elinor Svensson of Sweden.
Yeah, she handles it well. Bar speed on point. Elinor Svensson of Sweden.
Bar is loaded. 170 kilos.
170 kilos.
Sweden.
We've got some home nation support here today. Hasn't competed internationally since Salo 2015.
Yeah, Sweden, a lot of the Swedish lifters have a couple years off of competition due to lockdowns.
Yeah.
Blue white lights and a good leg for Elinor at 170
That looks strong. Her PB is 187.5, so we would have expected this to be comfortable, and it was.
Sometimes the lockdowns and lack of competition make them harder to scout for.
They really do. Some people didn't have access to a lot of equipment, so some people dropped back. But we saw people like Leah Bavois shoot forward.
Alison O'Reilly of Ireland, 175 kilo.
And this could be the same for Ellison because they haven't had too many competitions in Ireland due to lockdown. So we don't really know where she's going to be. PB of 180. That didn't look easy to me.
Yeah, it was a bit of work. Maybe
Could be nerves.
could be nerves, could be just got pulled a little bit out of pocket. We'll take a look at that replay. Yeah, the definitely a tilt forward.
It's her first Worlds. She's competed at the Europeans in 2019.
Canada's Rashina Grzybowski, 185 kilo opener. We're already into the 400s.
This is a big opener. She squatted 187.5 at her last competition in August. So this is right up against that. Look decent though.
3 white lights and a good lift for Rashida.
3 white lights, she's on the board.
Next weight on the bar, 190 kilos, Sunita Mulo of Belgium. Bars loaded, 190 kilos for Sunita.
Belgium's Sonita Mulu with a 190.
Wow. Well, she squatted 200 at the Western Europeans only about 3 weeks ago.
She also has a monster deadlift.
Looked like she lost a bit of control at the bottom there and her hips swung up a little early, but that just might be her style.
A bit of a distressed look on her face. Take a look at the slow-mo replay. That's a tough view of her face there, but she didn't look happy with how that felt.
I think she just dropped into the hole there. And her leg straightened a bit early, so she tipped over a little bit.
Shook her head at the top.
Came up quickly enough, though.
Yeah, I thought it moved fairly smooth. I think it's moving differently than it feels for her. And Angelina Ilovikova of ROC, 197.5 on the bar.
She was 5th in the 72s in Helsingborg last time this competition was held.
She did break the world record 72s at the Europeans later that year. Became a standout ever since. That's a smooth opener.
Yeah, very controlled. Very good.
That's where she wants to be.
3 white lights and a good lift for Angelina. 200 kilos on the bar now for Kristin Torhals.
Look at the expression on her face, never changes throughout, like she's watching television. Hard to read if she had to work for it.
Bar is loaded, 200 kilos. Kristin Torhals, Iceland.
Iceland's Kristin Thorhalsdottir, 200 kilo even.
Squatted 210 at the Nationals in June. Hasn't competed outside of Iceland before. That was strong though.
That was fast.
2 to 1, a good lift at 200 kilos.
Borderline on depth, doesn't want to go any higher than that.
Danielle Philibert, Canada. Bars loaded, 200
Look
kilos
good
for
from my
Danielle.
side. Canada's Danielle Philibert, 200 kilo as well for her opener. She's a podium favorite and a podium threat, depending how you look at it.
Nice.
Pretty smooth.
Yeah, no deviation of position there.
2-1, a good lift for Danny Alfield.
And she's on the board as well.
Seen some red lights for depth from the front, but the side referees are happy. Obviously, it looks very different from the front.
Return of the 84-kilo queen, Amanda Lawrence, representing the U.S. Virgin Islands, back in Sweden, where she previously won the title, opening with 232.5 kilos.
This is only 10 kilos below the world record.
A weight she's handled so many times in her training and on the platform.
Up and out. Let's go, Amanda.
Looks good.
Yeah, knees come in, but that is her style. That always happens on her squat, but she pushes them out and pushes up to the top. That looks strong.
Everyone has a squat opener and the game is on. 165 now on the bar as we move into round 2.
Yeah, the knees did come in, but you're right. That's entirely how she squats
Yeah,
normally.
absolutely.
So
yeah, there's no problem there, no issue at all. If you've followed her on Instagram, you'll see that every squat she does is like that. That's just her style. She always pushes them back out as she gets under the bar and gets to the top.
after the first round of squatting, all the lifters registered their opener, can move from there, start taking a bit more chances. And Katja Jorgensen of Denmark with 165 for her second.
No drama there. Looks like she's got a little bit more in her.
Pacing herself well.
Is 175 kilos for Karen Zapata of Colombia. Bar is loaded, 175 kilos, Karen Zapata.
Colombia's Karen Zapata, 175, 10-kilo jump. We thought 165 looked well.
Yeah, this should be good. Hopefully. Nice upright style.
Good lift, 2-1 for Karen at 175 kilos. Next weight
So
on
that
the
got
bar
a
is
red light for depth on
180
this side.
kilos.
Yeah, you can see why it's just in. Just in. And of course she may sink down on the opposite side, so this side looks a little higher.
Alison O'Reilly of Ireland, 180 on the bar for her.
This will match her current PB.
5-kilo jump. I believe we thought the first one was a bit of work, so 5-kilo
Yeah.
sounds about right for
Yeah.
a jump.
Definitely some effort.
She smiles after getting through the sticking point.
3 white lights and a good lift.
She knew the hard part's over.
82.5. Next weight on the bar for
See on the replay,
Sweden.
there's a sticking point halfway, and then the
There it goes.
I did it.
Bars loaded, 182.5 kilos, Eleanor Svensson of Sweden.
Eleanor Svensson, representing Sweden, 182.5 kilos. Tipping into the 400 pounds. Nice and deep.
Yeah. Looked a little bit insecure right at the bottom of the squat, but certainly didn't give her any difficulty standing up with it. There, just kind of pushed out of line, but she was very strong under the bar.
Yes, came out of there slightly tilted. She went down, balanced out, came out slightly tilted, but able to complete the lift. And Canada's Rashina Grzybowski, 190 kilo for her second 5 kilo jump, 5 kilo potential PR.
I can see we've got some excitement coming up. Amanda Lawrence has put a world record on the bar for her second attempt. Nice. It was heavy. It did give her some difficulty, but she pushed through it, kept her position well, and that's a great lift. You can just see her elbows start to shake as she comes up.
Belgium, Sonita Mulu with 195, 5 kilo jump from her opener.
This is a 20 kilo PB for her. That's huge.
And that's where we're saying some of these lifters very difficult to scout for if you're just going by previous lifts. You got to follow them on Instagram, and sometimes that doesn't transpire onto the platform.
I think maybe she put her PBs in before she competed last. She did compete again 3 weeks ago and got 200. So.
Nope.
Oh, well caught, loaded.
And I was gonna say after her opener, she was shaking her head, and the look on her face, she didn't like how it felt, even though we thought it looked well.
Yeah, the bar speed was great on her first one, but she must have known something was up and started to tip over. No more upward motion.
She feels like something's off. 5 kilo, we wouldn't have anticipated would break the bank, but a failed attempt nonetheless. And ROC's Angelina Ilovakova, 210 kilo, 12.5 kilo jump.
Her opener looked super strong.
Yeah, she remained upright, knees tracking over the feet, chest up, elbows down, no expression changing on her face. I don't think I've seen that before. Trying to charm the weight, and looks like it worked.
So controlled.
Yeah, that looked just like her opener. 3 white lights. Wow.
At 210, 212.5 on the bar now. Kristin Thorhalsdottir, Iceland.
She's a big deadlifter as well, isn't she?
She's a bit of a triple threat. Ilovakova.
Kristin Thorhalsdottir.
Iceland's Kristin Thorhalsdottir.
Same weight remains in the bar for
212.5.
Only been competing for 2 years. And these are big weights for someone so new.
Iceland produced so many strength athletes. It's almost in their blood.
Very deep. She got out of balance there. I don't know how she kept hold of that.
Will's past the sticking point, but it definitely slowed and was a tad shaky. Likely going to proceed with caution on her.
Very deep, but yeah, she was.
Got to be careful picking that third attempt.
I would say not too much more.
Danielle Philibert of Canada, 212.5, stays on the bar for her.
No more to give.
Loaders, that just looked a little too heavy on the
Very upright style. It puts a
occasion.
lot of the pressure on the quads.
Saved by the spotters.
And when you run out, you have nothing else to give. If you're a little less upright, you can sometimes give it a bit more back and hips, but that was very quad dominant, and quad said no more.
U.S. Virgin Islands, Amanda Lawrence now attempting a world record 243.5 kilo.
If she gets this,
This was the record she set in Helsingborg to take the championship at that competition.
loaded. You know what to do. Come on, Hampstead.
The opener must have felt, well,
Well, it moved very well, didn't it?
yep.
Come on, Amanda. Let's see it.
She's got a little bit of a smile on her face.
Little bit of a strut as she comes out.
She was a tad pensive for the opener, but after the opener moved that well.
Once you're on the board, some of the nerves start to settle.
That's right. You never know how you feel till you get the opener on your back. And it moved with speed. Oh, there it is. Wow.
Beautiful.
Sunk it in, battled through the sticking point, and the squat queen applying her trade.
I would not like to say what she'll put on the bar for the next one.
Locks those lats right there. And bang.
Knees come in, pushes out,
Yep.
gets the chest up.
Like you said, nothing new for her. This is her squat style and obviously working. Take a look at the standings after the second round of squats as we approach our third and final squat attempts.
She's already 30 kilos up the road there.
Yep, number 2 and 3 position. Only 2.5 kilos separates them. And Katja Jorgensen of Denmark, 170 for her third and final squat.
Easy.
Very smooth third for Katja.
3 white lights and a good lift at 170 for Katia. Karen Zapata next up for 180 kilos. Karen is from Colombia. Followed it, 180
Karen
kilos,
Zapata of Colombia, 180.
Drives through it. I think that's a good attempt selection.
Yeah, it was work. She forced those knees out.
180 kilos, 183.5 on the bar now. Alison O'Reilly of Ireland. Bars loaded, 182.
Alison O'Reilly of Ireland, 182.5. 2.5 kilo jump that we anticipated.
Gets her a small PB if she can manage it. Bit nervous of the weight, I think. But I think it's right to re-rack it and make sure it's exactly where you want it to be.
Yep.
Rather than walk out and be starting your squat with it not in the right place on your back.
Oh, wow. If she could.
Fighting, no, not quite. That's a real shame. I thought she was going to push through there. She looked like she didn't believe in it and lacked confidence, but it started to go, and she fought and fought and fought, but then it just ground to a halt.
Eleanor Svensson of Sweden, 190 on the bar for her
Followed in
third attempt.
90 kilos, Eleanor Svensson of Sweden.
Oh, good scrap to lock that one out.
Yeah, great depth. Strong under the bar, and that got her a 2.5 kilo PB.
For Canada's Rosina Grzybowski.
Rashina Grzybowski of Canada, 192.5 kilo.
Bars loaded, 192.5 kilos. Rosina Grzybowski, Canada.
She got herself a PB with a second. Only got up 2.5.
Ooh, brakes come on about midway point.
I'm sorry, that is no way for Rosina at 192.5. Next weight on the bar. is
Leaves her with the best of
195.
190.
This is
And,
Sonita
you know,
Muller
she's
of
already got a
Belgium.
PB with that.
Sonita Mulu of Belgium,
Bars loaded,
195.
kilos, Sonita Muller of Belgium.
Missed this on her second. Now, the opener, she was shaking her head. She had a look on her face like she didn't like how it felt. Came out for 195. Did get too much out of the hole. See if she could adjust. Oh,
She's doing it.
not sure what the pep talk she took in the back was, but it it worked.
Certainly effective.
Yeah. Put on the right hype song. Got the right phone call, whatever it was. A different lifter for that one.
Let's get behind her when she comes out, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll have to see if Philibert from Canada can do the same. She missed her 212.5 for a second, retaking it for a third. She is a podium threat, but this 12.5 kilo will greatly help that campaign.
Yeah, she really needs this to stay in contention. But she just ran out of power halfway up.
Go on, sink it deep, drive it up.
Very deep.
Oh, sorry. Well caught, loaders, but that is no lift. No lift.
She's not there today.
217.5 kilos on the bar now. Angelina
You see how
Ivanova,
deep she gets on the
Rosina
slow-mo. Woof.
I think she just dropped in, didn't she?
Maybe I was about to say involuntarily deep,
Yes.
right?
I think she lost tightness at the bottom there, and there was no way that was coming up.
Russian Olympic Committee's Angelina Ilovakova, 217.5 kilo being loaded on the bar for her. 7.5 kilo jump, 7.5 kilo personal best if she could hit this.
I think she's good for it.
First two squats certainly looked well controlled.
Attempt. Come on, Angelina.
No kiss this time.
No. Maybe it didn't taste too good. Slow and controlled.
Wow, they all look the same
They
from the
did,
opener to the
yeah.
third.
Good left, 2 to 1, and a new
Kiss for the crowd, though.
record for the Novikova Russian Olympic Committee. Same weight remains on the bar. Kristin Thorhalsdottir.
Barely any deviation of position as she comes up. She controls that weight so well.
Very consistent.
217.5 kilos for Kristin.
217.5 for Kristin Thorhalsdottir of Iceland. 5 kilo jump. 7.5 kilo personal best on her previous performance. Oh, wow.
She paused it. Shame.
2 to 1. Red card sent inside referees.
So we're seeing this back from the side that got a white.
The World Open split record currently stands at 243.
That's right on the line.
It belongs to Amanda Lawrence, U.S. Virgin Islands. If successful, this
250 kilo even for this world record attempt by Amanda Lawrence of the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Amanda Lawrence, U.S. Virgin Islands.
So we've just heard that the last lift was overruled. It was a good lift.
Come on, Amanda! Iceland good lift, overruled by the jury.
And she looks intense now.
Come on, Amanda.
She has squatted 256 in the past. She asks for support. She gets it.
Come on, Halstead,
We've seen Amanda do this before. Her intensity has definitely gone up for this one. Depth. Oh, she's going to fight though.
No, not quite. That was so close.
The record is still hers.
But she broke the record.
Broke the record. That time they actually didn't have a chip on that, but she will retain her chip from her second attempt world record. Yeah, just a little too much. Couldn't battle through the sticking point this time. But obviously in the lead, gold medal in squat. Angelina with the silver on body weight. And then Thorhalsdottir from Iceland. Same weight, 217.5, resting in the bronze medal position. Philibert of Canada coming through with her opener. Missed on her second and third. Hopefully can rebound because she's still in the hunt for the podium. It's too tight to call. Do not go anywhere. We will be back in 20 minutes. Welcome back to the IPF World Championships here live in Holmsted, Sweden at the Alico headquarters. Ryan Sixpack Lapadat, accompanied by Joe Whiteley for the 84 kilo open class. And the squat event brought us a world record by Amanda Lawrence, the returning world champion, as well as Angelina Ilivikova and Kristen Thorholsdottir equaling each other with 217.5, and the difference being made on body weight, just showing how close this battle is going to be for the podium, with Philibert of Canada only going through with her opener, but it was still tighter if she had gotten one of those squats in, and the game is not over for her because she has a monster bench press.
And we have Ilivikova and Thorholsdottir opening on the same bench press as well. So they are really closely matched, and Philibert is opening 10 kilos heavier. So we're going to see a three-way fight for second place here, I think.
It's going to be a battle in the bench press, and these kilos are precious towards the total because it's going to be a battle for the podium as well. And if we have a moment, I'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Alico, whom is housing their headquarters actually acting as a venue. We needed a venue in the 11th hour due to the pandemic. Opened up their doors to us, and we are ever so grateful. And obviously, we're using this beautiful Alico equipment, as well as SPD, who not only sponsored the IPF World Championships, but several of the national teams, as well as the individual lifters. And without their generous support, none of this would be possible. And you see the spotters and loaders that have been working so hard. I talked to a couple of these gentlemen. They're ready for the 120 pluses.
Okay.
Karen Zapata of Colombia, 75 kilo for her opening bench. She has previously hit 90. It's 15 kilo below that. We're expecting this to move well.
And it did.
You know, in terms of attempt selection, we've seen some of these flights where people are missing on openers or flying a little too close to the sun, and the openers turn into grinders. This session was a little...
If you miss your opener, then your game plan goes straight out of the window.
Gets a little nerve-wracking, and it's already nerve-wracking being at the IPF World Championships when you're a lifter. But everyone did a good job with attempt selection in the squats, we thought.
Yeah, the coaches are doing a really good job.
Eleanor Svensson of Sweden, 87.5 for her opener.
Nice. Strong bench. I think that's a great opening attempt.
Yeah, bar speed was smooth. A lot left in the tank. Sunita Mulu of Belgium, I keep wanting to throw the 100 on there. That would be a phenomenal opening bench.
It really would.
90 kilo for her opening bench.
She got 100 at the Western Europeans.
She had missed her second squat, came back, retook that weight, and battled to get it, showing a lot of heart.
Yeah. Nice and easy.
3 whites. And as is the case when it's openers, no news is good news.
Yeah, absolutely.
when things get exciting for the viewers is means someone's backed themselves against the wall and missed their opener. Katja Jorgensen of Denmark, 95 kilo.
She's got quite long arms, so she's looking to mitigate that with a maximum width grip and a nice big arch.
Nicely done. Yeah, it's a long way up and a long way down when you got long arms.
And this is why big benchers often aren't big deadlifters. It's not always the case.
Canada's Rashina Grzybowski, 97.5 kilo for her opener.
These are all great openers. I hope I haven't put the curse on the next person out, but these are all looking like really well judged attempts. Get a nice easy one on the board, and then you can see what you're capable of in the next lift.
Yeah, no need to gamble with your opener. You got time, 2 more attempts afterwards to cover ground if you want to. Alison O'Reilly of Ireland, 100 kilo even.
That looked very comfortable.
The bar speed on these openers is almost consistent right through on all of them.
will follow at the same weight. Bar is loaded.
Russian Olympic Committee's Angelina Ilovikova, 105 kilo for her opener. She had consistent bar speed right through the squat event.
Showed a lot of control, no deviation of position whatsoever. Very easy.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yep. She's on point.
To the good lift at 105 for Angelina. 105 remains on the bar for Kristin Dolhals-Dottir of Iceland. Bar loaded. 105 kilos for Dolhals-Dottir.
Thorhals-Dottir of Iceland, 105, stays on the bar for her. More easy work.
Good lift, 3 wide legs at 105 kilos for Dolhals-Dottir. 115 on the bar now. Danielle Philibert, Canada. Bar loaded, 115 kilos for Danielle.
Canada's Danielle Philibert.
Didn't have a great time on squats, only got her opener.
115 on the bar. You know, it's funny you should say that. When I was in the warm-up room, she actually straight up told me, but I am having a great time.
Okay.
Having a positive attitude, embracing the moment. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had one of those moments back there. I went back to the Canadian warm-up platform. She looked over and said, I can't believe I'm here. I was that kid in high school who failed gym class, and now I'm at a world team at a world event. Having one of those actualization moments taking it all in.
That's amazing. So many of us forget to have a good time. There's so much pressure and stress.
That's exactly what I told her is you got the right attitude, kid. You're going to go far. And Amanda Lawrence, speaking of people going far, U.S. Virgin Islands, 122.5, smashed a world record in squats. Want to carry through on that momentum.
She changed her opener. I'm not certain whether it went up or down, but she did make a change.
No, that moved pretty well.
Lots of leg drive.
3 white lights and a good lift for Amanda at 122.5 kilos.
Take a look at this.
Squats, everyone has an attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah, kept her butt down nicely.
Leg drive kicks in. The bar flies up.
Karen Zapata, Colombia.
A look at the bench standings after the openers.
Well spotted, Veronica.
Amanda Lawrence, as with the squats, in a comfortable lead.
Center referee.
Philibert,
Bar is loaded. 80
decent
kilos.
jump
Karen
on
Zapata
the
of Colombia.
third placers, Elivikova, who has a lead on body weight. But there's a lot of benching left to go.
There is, and they've taken different jumps as well, so we might see the pack start to separate out here. The Icelandic lifter's taken a 7.5 kilo jump, so that will pull her ahead.
Zapata, 80 kilo even.
3 white lights and a good
3 white
lift.
lights.
Karen at 80 kilos. Next weight on the bar, 92.5. Elinor Svensson, Sweden.
Elinor Svensson of Sweden, 92.5 on the bar for her.
Of Sweden.
Took a 5 kilo jump up to the second attempt. That looks like a decent second, but I wouldn't expect more than 2.5 after that.
I'm going to agree with you. It slowed considerably. 2.5 kilo looks about right. Sonita Lulu, 95 kilo on the bar for the Belgian lifter. Also a 5 kilo jump and a possible 5 kilo personal best if she hits it.
I think she pushed that up out of line. She pushed forwards and not back, I think.
No lift for Sunita on this occasion. 100 is the next weight on the bar. For Katja Jorgensen, Denmark, bar is loaded.
Yeah, that did not go in the right direction. She's got every chance of making that on the third.
A little bit of a misgroove, some proper adjustments. We'll have to see. Katja Jorgensen of Denmark with 100 kilo even. Also a 5 kilo jump.
Three white lights and a good lift for Katja.
Picks up 5 more kilo towards the total. See that leg drive kick in.
Yeah, no drama at all. The danger with the leg drive, having a really strong leg drive, is that your butt comes up off the bench and you have to keep your butt and head down.
Yeah, you need to direct that leg drive. But even the best of the best, sometimes the butt comes up. Anatoly won the world championships in our last session, but One of the lifts he missed is because the butt came off the bench after the leg drive came in. And Rashina Grzybowski of Canada, 102.5 for her second.
Good lift, 3 white lights for Rashida. 105 on the bar now, Alison O'Reilly of Ireland.
As you say, lots of successful bench pressing. Sea of green up on the scoreboard there.
Yeah, very few misses in this flight.
105 kilos, Alison O'Reilly, Ireland.
Ireland's Alison O'Reilly, 105 on the bar for her. Most of these lifters taking that 5-kilo jump.
Three white lights and a good lift.
That's a PB for her.
105, 110 now on the bar. Angelina Ilovikova, Russian Olympic Committee.
Angelina's only got up 5 kilos.
Angelina Ilovikova.
Yeah. Yeah,
Russian Olympic Committee.
5-kilo jump for her, and still 5 kilo below her personal best. It'll be interesting. Usually you go up in body weight. The bench press is one of the ones that go up with it, but maybe trying to hang in the pocket, not overextend. That was very, very easy, though.
It looked just the same as her opener.
That could have been an opener, maybe a little stitch conservative.
Next weight on the bar is 112.
It's one of those careful balances. You don't want to teeter over.
Loaded. For the young lady from Iceland.
Iceland's Kristen Thorholsdottir, 112.5. 7.5 kilo jump, as you had said earlier, perhaps trying to break through from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, they're very evenly matched. Even 2.5 kilos here and there could make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. There was a real stall there.
3 white lights and a good lift for Thorholsdottir. 120 on the bar now, please, ladies. 120 for Danielle.
Right
Seemed
there.
to hit a wall, yeah.
That's interesting. And, you know, can Ilovikova move past on her third? And it's just a matter of pacing. Didn't take as big a jump on her second, but ends up further after all three. We'll have to see. And Philibert, 120, 5-kilo jump. Nicely done.
Another second attempt looking like an opener.
Yep. She had a little bit rougher of a squat event. Just got her opener in, but covering some ground in the bench.
Kept her chest up really well there.
U.S. Virgin Islands, Amanda Lawrence, 130 kilo, 122.5, moved very well for her.
Asking for the handout man to take more of the weight as he hands the weight over.
Yep, you can't be shy. You got to let him know.
This is 7 kilos below the world record. So it'll be interesting to see how this moves. Ooh, a little bit of difficulty getting the right arm to lock there.
3 white lights and a good lift for Amanda.
What do you think?
130 kilos. Round 2 is complete.
Yeah, let's take a look at this replay.
First weight on the bar.
You have the one arm locked slightly after the other, but fast off the chest nonetheless.
You think we'll see a world record? I'm not sure.
I think 5 kilos probably best for her.
Yeah.
Bars loaded. 85 kilos. Karen Zapata.
If they,
Colombia.
yeah,
But if you're not challenged, would you take the risk? Would you have a go at it?
That's a good question. It's a you know, in the bench press, I kind of would prefer just to grab the kilos and not extend too much for an extra 2.5, tighten up the back, etc. But who knows?
And she has done. She's put 2.5 in.
That's what I would have gone as well. Karen from Colombia, 85 kilo.
Three white lights.
Three white lights.
For Karen at 85. Next weight on the bar is 95. This is for Eleanor Svensson of Sweden. Same weight remains on the bar for Muller of Belgium.
Eleanor Svensson of Sweden, 95 kilo for her third and final bench.
Little bit late with the right arm, but it went in the end.
Yeah, locks out uneven, but it locks out, and that's 3 white lights.
There's no uneven extension rule in the IPF anymore. I think there used to be.
Belgium, Sonita Mulu, 95 kilo on the bar for her.
Come on, Sunita, you got this. Easy weight, come on. Let's see it.
Missed this last time.
Oh wow, this is what happened. Let's get the lights before I look at this. Is what happened in the squats. Mr. Second rallied, came back, and hit the same weight in her third. In the bench, same thing as well. It shows a lot of resolve to miss a weight, come back, take on that same weight, and hit it.
I think she went on the pier of the press, though. I think that's what the yellow card was from the centre referee.
Katja Denmark, 102.5 on the bar for her third and final. 2.5 kilo jump. Jorgensen with a it's 5 kilo below her personal best. I'm expecting this to move.
30 seconds.
And you were correct.
3 white lights and a good lift for Jorgensen at 102.5. We now load the bar to 105 for Rashina Grzybowski of Canada.
Canada's Rashina Grzybowski, 105 on the bar for her.
Well judged third attempt, I think.
2 to 1, a good lift.
Yeah, it's fast off the chest, slows around the midpoint.
7.5 now on the bar. Alison O'Reilly, Ireland. Bar loaded, 107.5.
Ireland's Alison O'Reilly, 107.5 kilo, 2.5 kilo jump from a second.
Not quite there.
Not today, I'm afraid. That is no way for Ali at 115 kilos is the next weight on the bar. Angelina Ilovikova, Russian Olympic Committee. 4 bench presses left.
ROC's Angelina Ilovikova, 115 kilo, loaded for her third bench, 5 kilo jump. This will equal her previous personal best.
And it will move her ahead of the lifter from Iceland.
And you know what? Joe, I could see your expression. It was a little fast and looked like they have a few kilos left on the table.
I think so. Every single attempt seemed to move at the same speed.
Now she is temporarily in the bronze medal position for bench. We have a few more benchers to go, but yeah, I can't help but feel maybe she's keeping those kilos for the deadlift.
It just looked so comfortable.
Thorhalsdottir from Iceland, 117.5. This would take Angelina Ilovikova's bronze and bench.
Ooh, but I don't think it will.
Oh, there's, yeah.
There was 2 sets of downward movement there, I think.
Well, it went up, but unfortunately it also...
A lot of heart in sticking with it, locking it out, but...
There's the first one. And then we go up a bit further, and there's the other one.
For Danielle Philibert of Canada, bar is loaded, already in silver on the bench.
Canada's Danielle Philibert,
Danielle,
silver medalist, but there's a bigger picture. The bench silver is locked up, but that's 5 kilos she could add to her total.
That closes the gap. She's 10 kilos behind at the moment. No. She did well to fight with that, but that she pushed that in the wrong direction
not today,
completely.
unfortunately. 125, just too heavy for Danielle. 132.5 on the bar. This is for Amanda Lawrence, U.S. Virgin Islands, last bench press in this class. Bar is loaded.
U.S. Virgin Islands, Amanda Lawrence, 132.5. I think that's a well-chosen weight.
I think so. It's only 5 kilos below the world record, but you might as well go out for a weight that you feel you can do.
I think they're attempting to get the most kilo out of her without emptying the tank and overextending. She needs some energy on that deadlift. Close the show strong.
See the lights.
That's a good lift. She kind of almost threw it back towards her face, caught it on the delts and just pushed up.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That was slingshotted with that leg drive. Tons of horsepower from Amanda Lawrence.
I guess if you're such a big squatter, such a big deadlifter, you want to get your legs involved with your bench as well.
It works, and Amanda Lawrence takes the gold in bench with 132.5 kilo. Danielle Philibert of Canada, the silver medal with a 120. And Angelina Ilovikova with a 115. And in the bigger picture, Amanda Lawrence is really starting to pull away, barring a disaster in the bench press, which we don't foresee because she looks like she's on point, establishing herself. But the rest of the podium's still up for grabs.
Yeah, we're still quite tightly packed. We've got 12.5 kilos over the next 3 lifters, and this could be anyone's match for silver.
We're going to have to stay tuned to find out. 19 minutes. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to the IPF World Championships, live in Homestead, Sweden, at the Alico headquarters. I am Ryan Six-Pack Lapidat, accompanied by Joe Whiteley, where we have the 84-kilo women's class. A quick peek at our lineup here. Amanda Lawrence breaking a squat world record, collecting the gold, and then once again collecting gold in the bench press event.
Yeah, she hasn't got a bad lift, has she?
She is not, and ever the consistent performer, if not overreaching, Angelina Ilovakova, but she might need to push a little bit more on the deadlifts because it's starting to get tight for the other podium finishes.
Absolutely. We had quite a good bench session, quite a lot of good lifts, hardly any failures. But I think that was the calm before the storm, and we're going to see some great deadlifting here now.
I think that's well said, calm before the storm. Literally, Angelina, every time she comes out, you can't read her face, but ever the poker player face, but it is going to be a battle to get onto the podium, is going to be a battle to decide what color of medal is going to be dispersed, because the other 84s are starting to close ground.
We also have another fight here because Priscilla Bavois got 120 GL points in the 63 kilo class with a absolutely historic, phenomenal 548 total. Could Amanda Lawrence take that away from her for best lifter? Amanda Lawrence is the only woman in the IPF that's ever got more than that. She has had 122.17 back in 2020. So is she going to take Leah Bavois' best lift reward away?
I got to think that her team will likely be running the calculations and keeping that consideration. It might depend how the opener and second deadlift go, but it's definitely within reason. And Karen Zapata of Colombia, 160, opens up her deadlift.
Easy.
Looks good.
For Karen at 160, 180 on the bar now. Alison O'Reilly, Ireland.
Ireland's Alison O'Reilly,
Bars loaded,
180 kilo for her opener.
Ireland.
10 kilos below her PB.
Take a look.
That was quite a pleased snap of the belt, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want to see the slow-mo. It looked like it might have slowed a little towards the knee. Oh, we might not have a slow-mo on this one,
No,
but
I don't think we do.
looked like it for a stitch of slow just below the knee, which might be totally normal for her deadlift.
It may be. It looked to me like her hips rose a little bit early. Might have been nerves on her initial pull, or as you say, might just be her style.
Eleanor Svensson of Sweden, 195 for her opening dead.
She's a big deadlifter, 215 PB.
Three white lights and a good lift for Eleanor.
3 whites, it's smooth.
200 kilos, Rosina Grzybowski, Canada. Bar loaded, 200 kilos.
Canada's
Rosina
Rashina Grzybowski with 200 kilo even for her first lift.
Which is a 10 kilo PB she's coming out for. And that did not look super easy.
Yeah, a little bit of work to get past the shins. Once it got to the knees, it moved quickly, right here at the lockout.
Bars loaded, 200 kilos, Danielle Philibert.
Canada's Danielle Philibert now 200 kilo even as well. Picked up a medal on the bench. coming out all smiles, enjoying the moment.
She rolled the bar a little in front of her as she started to pull, but it's certainly the weight didn't trouble her at all.
Next weight on the bar is 200 kilos.
Didn't catch it on the replay.
Jorgensen of Denmark. Bar loaded, 200 kilos for Katja of Denmark.
Katja coming out to 200 kilo even. She has previously hit 223.
Which you would imagine is a national record. Fast pull.
Good lay, 3 white lights for Katja. 210 on the bar now. Kristen Thorhalsdottir, Iceland.
210 kilo for Christian Thorhalsdottir, Iceland. And all of these ladies solidifying their totals.
10 kilos for Kristen Thorhalsdottir of Iceland. This will be a European total record if successful.
Oh, lovely.
Exactly how you want your opener to look.
Yeah.
Lots of room from there.
European total record for the moment. 225 kilos on the bar. Angelina Inovikova, Russian Olympic Committee. This will also take the European total record.
Russian Olympic Committee's Angelina Ilivikova, 225 kilo loaded on the bar for her. 496 pounds.
On her opener.
Expecting that she can empty the tank in deads. We thought she ran a little conservative on bench.
Oh, now that's a surprise. That's a real surprise.
'Cause
All
she-
her lifts have looked so comfortable to now.
You know, on the replay, if we have her facial expression as she leaves the platform, she's almost pondering. You know, what was that? Take a look here.
Well, that opens the doors for Thorhalsdottir, because her lift looked very comfortable indeed.
European deadlift record if she gets it. Come on, ladies and gentlemen.
Sunita Mulu, 230. We're told overhead this is a European deadlift record. Opening big.
She's pulled this before. Oh, now that looked difficult.
2-1.
Yeah, she got a red light for supporting. Just as she moved through the transition phase then, it looked like she rested the bar on her thighs just for a moment.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Amanda Lawrence of the U.S. Virgin Islands, 240 kilo loaded on the bar for her.
She did change her opening attempt. Again, I'm not certain I know whether that's gone up or down.
As soon as she hits this, she essentially locks in herself as the 84 kilo world champion and breaks her own 84 kilo world total.
Adds 3 kilos to that total record.
She's got a little bit of a smile on her face. She can't help herself.
Come on, Amanda. Let's see it now. 240 kilos on the bar.
Let's go, come on. Yeah, let's go. Nice and easy. Nice opener from Amanda Lawrence.
Very nice.
And she pushes the total world record up.
We move into the second round.
The deadlift world record's 252.5. Do you think we're going to see 253 for a second?
We'll certainly see it by the third.
I think she will. I think she will. I think she'll go for it.
She's got the title locked up.
She's currently 3.2 GL points behind Leah Bavois, and she's got 2 more pulls left.
Yeah, she's not gambling if she does it, so
Bars loaded, 170
she can
kilos,
have fun.
Zapata,
She did the hard work.
Colombia.
Hay is in the barn, as they say, in Zappa of Colombia, 170.
Nice, it was slow, but she kept her position well. She didn't resist. She resisted the temptation to let her hips shoot up.
Yeah, it's what you want to see on a second attempt. It's work, but it's honest work.
She's gone further than I thought. Amanda Lawrence has put in 258.
Ooh, nice 18-kilo jump. Again, not really gambling the world title away, so if this is a number that's significant to her, she can load it. And Alison O'Reilly of Ireland, 190 on the bar.
Not quite.
Didn't quite go very far off the floor, I'm afraid. Alison, this time 205. Next point on the bar, Rashida
I would
Kukowski
bet that 258
of
is the
Canada.
weight that will get Amanda Lawrence past Leah Bavois for best lifter.
Yeah, they might have run the numbers. I don't have the calculator in front of me, but very well might be the case. And Canada's Rashina Grzybowski, 205.
That is not going.
Yeah, the 200 around there slowed, but she battled through it. 5 kilo more, just a bit too much. Same sticking point. Danielle Philibert of Canada, 210. 10 kilo jump for her.
Danielle Philibert, Canada. Up it goes.
Oh, now will she get that?
It's going to be close. Ah, she gets
So when
that.
she does, she got the down command before
Right.
she started to lose her
Yeah.
balance, and she returned the bar to the floor under control with her hands on it.
Not a moment too soon.
Yeah, that was very lucky.
Eleanor Svensson of Sweden, 212.5 kilo on the bar for her.
Svensson of Sweden.
17.5 kilo jump from her opener.
Oh, do you know, I thought she got that moving for a moment.
No way for Svensson. And speaking of no
Okay,
way for
we've
Joe,
reversed the
that's
decision.
overturned.
The Canadian lifter who overbalanced at the top, the jury have said that is no lift. Presumably they considered that she did not return the bar to the platform under control as she was falling
215
forward
on the
with it.
bar now for Katja Jorgensen of Denmark.
She'll have an opportunity to attempt that once again. But first, Katja Jorgensen of Denmark, 215. 15 kilo jump.
Tough pull, but it went.
Handled 15 kilos quite well.
To 215 for Katja
Definitely
Jorgensen.
slowed her, but she was able to lock it out.
Next weight on the bar, 222.5 kilos for Kristin Thoralsdottir of Iceland.
Kristen Thorholsdottir
222.5
from
kilos
Iceland,
for Thoralsdottir.
222.5 kilo. 12.5 kilo jump.
little bit shaky at the top.
2-1,
A good lift. I wasn't sure whether that would be considered supporting. I don't think she did actually rest the bar and it didn't go up and down. It was just a bit untidy as it progressed.
Deadlift record and the European total record for the Russian Olympic Committee lifter.
Angelina Ilovikova from the Russian Olympic Committee, 232.5 kilo.
232.5 kilos. Angelina Ilovikova, Russian Olympic
Her opener
Committee.
wasn't super easy though.
No, he's definitely worked 7.5 kilo more than that.
It's the only time we've seen a lift not look really easy. Much more control, but her grip was going.
Yeah, I was about to say this was on the ascent smoother until it got to the top and the grip became an issue.
You just see a left hand opening there when she holds it.
And oftentimes that overhand gets opened up by the thigh when you got a sumo puller. And Sonita Mulu, 240.
European deadlift record attempt. And everyone from Belgian coaching. Come on, make some noise. Come on, Sonita.
So calm. Never takes her eyes off the bar. Staring it down, daring it to defy her.
A little too much. 230 was difficult.
Yep.
So 10 kilo jump. She'll have another go at it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are loading the bar to 258 kilos.
So here we go. We have seen Amanda Lawrence pull this weight before. Her PB is 260.
258 kilo. It's a deadlift world record and a total world record for Amanda Lawrence.
On the bar, the record currently stands at 252.5. The total record currently stands at 616.
Both the deadlift record and the total record were Amanda's own anyway.
Looking to extend her own records.
And if we're right, to move into the lead on best lifter.
Amanda Lawrence, US Virgin Islands. World deadlift record, world total record attempt for this young lady.
Clock is ticking.
45 seconds.
She is already so far in the lead.
Come on, Amanda. Come on. Let's see it now.
This is for her own personal goals.
30 seconds.
That's the Amanda I'm used to seeing.
15 seconds.
I would not bet against this lift.
Oh, and it's coming up. Amanda Lawrence, 2 world records with 1 pull
Big smile.
and 3
at the
white
top.
lights.
She strolls off the platform and she has got 1 pull left and she moves into the lead on best lifter by 0.08 of a GL point.
Yeah, she if you follow her on Instagram, that was the setup you see before she pulls big. And it wasn't what we saw with the opener, so once she brought that onto the platform, I was more and more confident she was going to hit it. That's what it looks like after 2 rounds of deadlifting. Still 1 more round to go. Angelina Ilovikova retaking 232.5, which might give her a chance to nudge by Sonita, who had failed on her second attempt at 240. Might have a bit of a shakeup in the deadlift first. Karen Zapata of Colombia, 180 on the bar for her.
It's moving.
Oh,
Will it go all the way?
Slow and steady.
Let's see those lights. They're white. It's a
3 whites.
180 kilos for Karen Zapata. Next weight on the bar, 190 kilos for Alison O'Reilly, Ireland.
Ireland's Alison O'Reilly, 190 kilo. Missed this on her second attempt. Looking to have another go at it here.
Rip it off the floor. Come on.
Ooh, just a little too much.
Yep.
That is no way for Alison O'Reilly at 190. We're now loading the bar to 205. Christina Grzybowski.
Just did not break from the floor.
Up next, Canada's Rashina Grzybowski. Missed 205 for a second, retaking it. It paused below the knees. We had the same sticking point for the opener, but she's able to work through it. Let's see if she could work through it on her third attempt.
Rashina Grzybowski, Canada, 205 kilos.
Let's go now.
Come on, Rashina. Easy weight. Rip it up now.
No, didn't go as far this time.
No lift at 205 for Rashina. Next weight on the bar is
Didn't have
210.
anything
This
left
is
for that final pull.
Of Canada. Pulled it, but didn't
Canada's
quite catch it.
Danielle
Just
Philibert,
forward. Was overturned
210.
by the jury.
210, if you remember, got it from the refs. The jury overturned it. It was very dicey. You know, did it go down before the command, after the command, exactly on the command? Could have went either way. Unfortunately, went against her. Has another
Strength was
opportunity.
there. Just
Yeah.
needs to keep a balance at the top. It's much harder this time. Not quite.
Emptied the tank.
Yeah. Leaves the best deadlift of 200.
Eleanor Svensson, Sweden.
Eleanor Svensson of Sweden, 212.5 kilo being loaded. Missed it on her second, looking to retake it on her third.
Bars loaded, 212.5 kilos, Eleanor Svensson of Sweden.
She's not coming out for it. I've just seen the coach come out and indicate she's not coming out.
She's running the clock. Ladies and gentlemen,
And instead of scratching, let the clock wind down. It allows your other competitors to have an extra moment of respite.
delighted to be at the
Gather themselves, recuperate for their final pulls. It's difficult landing your third. We've had 4 ladies come up and only one of them got their third and final deadlift.
Well, we only had 4 successful attempts in the second round.
Yeah, even the second round was a lot of failed attempts. It's tough when you're pushing yourself, and if the flight is moving quickly, you don't have a lot of time to recuperate.
I think we've got something like 9 or 10 minutes between attempts on this flight.
time out. No lift for Ellie. No lift for Ellie at 212.5.
So it's worth training like that in the gym when you're preparing for competition and understanding that you might have a reduced amount of time to recover. As powerlifters, we do like a nice sit down between singles, don't we?
This is true. Katja Jorgensen of Denmark with 225 loaded on the bar for her 10-kilo jump and also a 2-kilo personal best.
Provisional bronze deadlift medal, and the bar is loaded. Katja Jorgensen of Denmark. Katja.
Oh, slow off the ground. But looks like she got it.
Yeah, took it all the way to lockout.
2-1. Good work for Jorgensen at 225 provisional deadlift bronze.
That got her on the podium for deadlift.
230 on the bar now. Kristin Thorhall's got
However,
here. This will
we
take the
have
European
4
total
pulls
record if she
yet
gets
to
it.
come.
It will also provisionally give her silver in deadlift and silver
Kristin
overall. Bar
Thorhall's
is
Dottier,
loaded.
230 kilo.
10 kilo PB attempt.
Locked out in sections, but
Yeah.
got it to the top.
Let's see the lights. I'm sorry, no.
Supporting, I think.
3 red lights,
I'm
no
not sure. I
red.
didn't notice downward
232.5
movement,
kilos on
so
the bar now. Angelina,
yeah, you see when her knees slide and slip under the bar, then the bar is resting on the legs.
and this will be
That's when you get
European
blue cards.
deadlift record and European total record for the
Angelina Ilovakova from ROC, retaking 232.5 kilo.
is loaded. 232.5 kilos.
It was close. It moved quickly, but grip issue at the top.
European total record.
She looks happy enough. Gave the bar a bit of a scold. No, the grip just wasn't there.
No lift for Angelina. 240 on the bar now. 240 for Sunita Muller.
Sonita Mulu, 240 kilo, missed this on her second. Opener,
This is going to be a big ask for her this time. She's used up a lot of energy trying to pull this off for her second.
yeah, the opener looked like work. 10 kilo jump.
Bar is loaded. Come on, Sunita. 240 kilos on the bar. European deadlift record.
If she gets it, it's a European deadlift record we're hearing announced, as well as she has the silver locked in terms of deadlift medals. Not today.
Sorry, no lift, no lift.
Only 2 successful deadlifts in this round.
Yeah, we had only 4 in the second round and only 2 in the last.
This will be a new world
Amanda Lawrence of the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Amanda.
So what's the significance of 260.5? Is that just a deadlift PB attempt? I say just, you know, that's a good thing to have. It won't give her a total PB. I don't think it'll give her a GL point PB. She's already got the Best Lifter award for the moment. Still 1 weight class to go.
I think it's just further extending the deadlift record, the total record, putting another 2.5 kilo on that total if she can hit this.
Bar is loaded. Deadlift record, total record.
Finishing 3 for 3. She's had a
Fired up, yeah.
she's had a gutsy performance thus far. Whoa!
Moving. Can she lock it out?
Talk about
Yes,
heart by
she
Amanda
can.
Lawrence.
Wow.
3 white lights, and there is your 84 kilo open world champion, back to back.
And quite possibly best lifter again.
A nice way to cap off an excellent performance by U.S. Virgin Islands Amanda Lawrence.
Absolutely unstoppable.
Back-to-back world titles and establishing a dominance in the 84 kilo class.
Did she miss a lift? Did she miss 1 squat? She was 8 for 9, I think.
She missed her squat on the third that she tried to break her own record. But such a dominant performance ahead of the field. smashing world records. Angelina Lovakova grabbing the silver medal with a 5:57.5, and Thorholsdottir upholding Iceland's legendary reputation in the strength sports, grabbing the bronze with a 5:52.5. Pretty good show all around, wouldn't you say, Joe?
It was absolutely phenomenal. That's the biggest total we've seen in this weight class. She's added 20 kilos and more to the world record. That's absolutely brilliant.
Don't go anywhere. We will be back with the medal ceremony.
is multitasking. He's also going to present the participation medals. And then we will move on to the medals for the individual lifts. And finally, we will crown the world champion. Okay, so individual medals, first of all, for squats. The bronze and silver went down to body weight in bronze medal position with 217.5 kilos from Iceland. Kristin Thorhalsdottir. In silver medal position, also with 217.5 kilos, Russian Olympic Committee, Angelina Ilovikova. And of course, squat gold with 243.5 kilos and a new world record. Yeah, you know it. US Virgin Islands, Amanda Lawrence. Well done, ladies. Everybody got their photos? Thank you. And now to bench press. In bronze medal position with 115 kilos, Russian Olympic Committee, Angelina Ilovikova. Silver medal on bench press with 120 kilos from Canada, Danielle Philibert. And taking bench press gold with 132.5 kilos from US Virgin Islands, Amanda Lawrence. Well done, ladies. Thank you. And now we move to deadlift. In bronze medal position with 225 kilos from Denmark, Katja Jorgensen. Taking the silver medal with 230 kilos from Belgium, Sunita Muller. And of course, with a new world record in deadlift, 260.5 kilos, US Virgin Islands, Amanda Lawrence. Well done, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, these guys will just take photos all day. And now, the totals. In bronze medal position overall with 552.5 kilos from Iceland, Kristin Thorhalsdottir. Taking the silver medal with just 5 kilos ahead of 557.5 kilos from the Russian Olympic Committee, Angelina Ilovikova. And absolutely owning the top step. Your new world champion with 636.5 kilos from the US Virgin Islands, Amanda Lawrence. Successfully defended her world title. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of the United States Virgin Islands. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me once they get off the podium after that moment in the sun in giving these ladies a round of applause as they follow Heather off the platform, the 84 kilo open class ladies.